Well, hello there, guys. Welcome back to another Yugoslavia Let's Play. Actually, somebody was mentioning to me on the comments down below, and tell me if you guys agree with this, that they don't like me having to go up here to pause or fast forward, slow down. They want me to use the mouse, basically like this, or sorry, not the mouse, but the keyboard. Let me know what you guys think, because, I mean, for somebody to say that they wouldn't watch videos because of that, I think is a little ridiculous. But that's just me. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started here, and, of course, we're trying to get here on the border with Hungary. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all of these guys at once. We're going to create one large army. I sort of wanted to create two separate armies, but I think with these numbers, one large is probably the best idea. So let's see who the first general of the fascist forces of Yugoslavia is going to be. It's going to be Vladimir Kudovac. He gives good recon, but this guy I prefer, Ivan over here, Gosnach. So let's go ahead and upgrade him, and he's going to be our new general, Army 1. I want to make the front line of this army right there on the border with Hungary. Come on, guys. There we go. That's better. Alright. Oh, that's right. We can't do that. Sorry. So it's the end of the Spanish Civil War. Let's go ahead and pause and take a look and see who won. Who won the actual war itself? Oh, Republican Spain. Wow. So actually Republican Spain won. We wanted the fascists to win in this case because we're fascists ourselves. So maybe we should have sent some forces to help the fascists. Let's take a look there. Yes, indeed. All right. We're going to continue. And at this point, I'm just getting there on the border. We will get war justification eventually. Beautiful. Our general knows what's best. Alright, it looks like the actual Hindenburg disaster was narrowly missed. Nothing occurred. And once again, the front line extends along here, boys, so you can take more than one position. This is the one part I still don't understand about the army, unless this is supposed to be just the best area to attack from, which I guess is possible. Let's keep the 16 there. We'll move the other ones here just to take over individual regions to make sure that if we do get counterattacked, we can at least stop them until they give us time to actually get there. And we'll keep the 16 right there. The army will grow. Do not worry, my friends. Let's take a look here, make sure that we select the technology to research, and I think that probably more industry is going to be a good thing. We're going to have to try and be industrial masterminds. Actually, let's jump over here and focus on weapons. We also need to start building up our actual weapons in country. Now, right now we're focusing on industrial effort, but I do want to change that fairly soon. And in fact, the first thing I'm going to do is switch from limited conscription to service by requirement. Unfortunately, we can't take that right now. We've got to wait for the political power to change, but I'm probably going to switch that over to extensive conscription, as a matter of fact. Right now, it looks like for whatever reason, our general wants to keep our units together, and I don't see a problem because they're not taking attrition damage, so maybe, just maybe, this is the best place to be, right north of Zagreb, and if we attack Hungary, we're going to cut right through to Budapest. I don't like the fact that he's got other armies there, though. We're still going to try to continue building units, of course, and I'll actually add a unit here. I believe they're being built near in Serbia. Yes. The glorious region of Serbia. And we're trying to basically keep Yugoslavia unified by any means necessary, guys. That's our goal. Even if it means being fascist like we are right now, it's worth it, as long as we can keep the country together and not have it break up into many separate countries. It looks like right now our German allies might be soon going to war with the Poles. It looks like they've definitely taken East Prussia over here, which is awesome. And it can only get better from here, or worse, depending on how you look at it. Alright, so let's see. So far, we are in the Axis with the Germans. I really hope that the Italians also join. I think they're in the Axis too. And we're going to try to improve our relations with the Italians. Right now our relations are 89. This is probably the greatest relations that Italy and Yugoslavia have ever had. And once again, guys, I'm trying to fill up these factories, but it's taking us a while to build them. I blame the communist infiltrators into our country. Oh, that's right. Can't do that anymore, sorry. I'm used to this thing, so we'll go ahead, we'll pause. Spacebar to pause. Yes. Definitely going to focus on dispersed infantry here. Okay, we got the national focus finished, and it looks like Amelia Earhart did disappear, so at least that much is on the usual historical path. But the Hindenburg, of course, has not been lost, which is really cool. I'm going to start focusing, guys, on some national focus here. I want the military youth. We want to make sure that all children of the future Yugoslav people are extremely nationalistic, not for Serbia, not for, Bosnia or Croatia or anything like that. I was looking up at Kambra to see if she's going to be quiet. This is for all of Yugoslavia. So we are creating a fascist movement, but it's to include all people, which is a bit strange for a fascist movement. Okay. Still waiting for that political power to increase. And I'll also attempt to justify a war goal against the Romanians. I mean, obviously, beating the Romanians would be unbelievable. The Romanians have a lot of oil, and it would make our country pretty huge, but I'm not sure if we can beat the Romanians in a war, to be quite honest with you. I'm really surprised. There we go. Milan Stojanovic denounces Romanian ideals. Awesome. It's whichever comes first, guys. Unfortunately, in the case of having a war with Romania, we can't get any German support at all. I think that we can probably get German support over here. We finished the military youth focus, and now let's go ahead and switch our focus to something else. Definitely want to focus on equipment, and then we'll get back to the usual way of going about things here. I really want Germany to take Austria already. Okay, Japan declared war on Shaanxi. Has nothing to do with us, really. We're justifying a war goal. Guess we'll have to try again. Doesn't always work. And don't forget, guys, we are allied with Germany, so if we can call them into a war, and they can actually help us, maybe we can take on any number of these enemies. And imagine extending Yugoslavia all the way across the actual Balkan states right here. It would be unbelievable. And now we're questioning Hungarian sovereignty. I'm sure that's not making anyone very comfortable. I'm actually going to pause to pick a new national focus, and we're juggling fascism with a severe degree of increased militarism. So let's go ahead and research the paramilitarism in our culture. We want our people to be very much ready to start a war. And sorry for that one user. I'm getting used to doing this, but I never had to do this before, so using my keyboard is actually quite different for me. Questions Romanian sovereignty, and yes, good. Whichever comes first, that's who we're going to war with. It's that simple. And in fact, we should be training our army too. Why weren't we doing that? We also need a tremendous amount of new divisions, but I don't know how long it's going to take us to build these factories, guys. It's going to take a while. Free civilian factories, that's good. Drop a military factory over here in Serbia. And we definitely have a lot more we can research here. So let's focus on infantry weapons with one of them. And on the other one, of course, we will focus on the more industrial aspects. Okay, radical Yugoslavia prepares for great struggle. The Hungarians are a proud people, like us, who will not part easily with power. However, they must also realize that power is what ultimately determines victory, and that the trajectory of our great civilizations can only end in a clash. Wow. So we're preparing for a great struggle against the Romanians. That would be a hell of a war for sure. Or the Hungarians, excuse me. Oh, Hungarians, Romanians, what difference does it make? They will all be under our boot. Some motorized divisions as well. And now the only reason we're taking attrition damage is because we are, in fact, training here. And this is good. The Anschluss has occurred. The reason this is good, guys, this puts us right on the border with the Germans. If the Germans want and can help us in a war, they certainly will with either country, with Romania or Hungary. So we just need to see who we're going to get first in this glorious war here. Increasing land doctrine research is probably a good idea, so we did that. And maybe some artillery research. Well, we're preparing for a great struggle, but it's not happening yet. I think it's important to increase as much of our industry as possible, especially, I mean, we aren't a small country, but really in the grand scale of things, we aren't producing enough to be considered a superpower. To do that, we're going to have to conquer one of these guys. Let's go ahead and stop the training. I think that's enough. Let these guys rest and relax now. And I like this positioning a lot better than the one we had before. Okay, wow. We just got the okay to conquer the Romanians. The problem is we're not set up on the Romanian front line, so we're gonna have to draw a new front line here with Romania, and we're gonna have to declare war very soon. And sorry once again, gotta learn not to use that mouse. It's very new to me, I must say. Right, actually this works fairly well. Let's do 3 large divisions here on the border. Let's go ahead and pause here. I want to make absolutely sure that these guys are in a nice spot before we launch the attack. We definitely need a spearhead. This will be our spearhead right here. Send the tank in as well. And of course, before we declare war, we're going to ask our German allies to assist us. Get prepared. Build your new trenches, men. We are going to war soon. For the greatness of Yugoslavia. Alright, we've got to attack before these guys start ditching this effort. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and declare war on Romania. We are definitely going to call our allies. And there we go, guys. The war begins in earnest. We're going to take the spearhead unit here. And I'm going straight for Bucharest. With these lower units right here, we want to just engage the enemy. And we want to do the same with these guys over here. I want to engage the enemy on the front. So we're going to send these guys over here to attack this area. And hopefully this is sufficient. And I'm hoping that our German allies will join us in this war. Let's get started. We also got the justification for conquering Hungary, but I don't think we're going to go for that right now. We're going to wait just a little bit. We need those German allies to assist us. Okay, it looks like the Italians are sending us volunteers, guys. Of course, we're going to accept the Italian volunteers. We're winning this battle right here, but these other 2 battles we're having some trouble with. Let's grab these guys and see if we can assist at all. Okay, there we go. The Germans are joining us, guys. They may be our saving grace here. The Germans are actually sending some troops to assist. And hopefully they can do a better job than we can at taking over this area. Of course, all we want to do is get some more land for our country. And it looks like the 4 divisions the Italians promised us are here. Absolutely awesome. I'm going to go ahead and take all my divisions and go towards Bucharest now that we have German support. Forward! We must win this war! Good, good. Alright, we're continuing through here. Some major victories here against the Romanians. Just want to make sure we're leading the spearhead here for sure. Especially since they're approaching Sarajevo. And I can't have them taking one of our capitals. All defenses to Sarajevo. So we got our Italian friends coming too. For once, guys, the Italians are actually helping us here. I mean, isn't that amazing? Kind of weird, to be honest with you. And these are mostly Germans on our front, but we're going to weasel our way out of this deal with something. That much I can promise you. Let's go ahead. I want to knock down these front positions. Glorious. Keep going. We're just going to help our German allies take this land, and actually we're going to cut right down the enemy's spine, guys, and basically try to, well, basically cut off their supply lines and make it so that they cannot move any farther. Many of our brave men are still fighting, but mainly with German leadership. Alright, there we go. Look at all those attacks, guys. Glorious attacks all the way down the line. But this is not going to be a war that's going to be over quickly. Let's go ahead and merge these guys. There we go. Some Italian tanks to save the day as well. And let's just hope that these guys don't join the Comintern before the end of this war. That would be a definite problem. Alright, moving away from Belgrade now, a little farther away from Sarajevo as well. I like this advance, guys. This is going fairly well. We still got our army for whatever reason. I'm going to pause here, and this is still me not understanding the game. We're going to set the offensive line over here. But I'm not sure if the general's actually going to follow us. So we'll set the fallback line maybe right here. Alright, so we still haven't figured that out. That's annoying as hell. More. We just can't seem to get enough to break this area here. It might be because it's at the foot of a mountain. We were just winning for a second there. Didn't last for very long, though. So let's push towards Arad and see if we have a better chance there. Okay, let's pause for a bit. We've been neglecting our industry. So let's go focus on this for a bit. We're going to start upgrading our platoons pretty soon because we have gotten a lot of extras. And actually, we just got that heavy tank. So I'm going to go for the heavy tank too. And for the other technology, let's go for some aerial assistance here. Maybe we can get a bomber going. Beautiful. Modify government. We want to go ahead and make sure that we have service by requirement. But this is going to lower our factory output. So extensive conscription or all adult service by requirement is pretty awesome. I think I might have to take it. And this is going to definitely increase our manpower. Should also get a chief of the army if we can afford it. Infantry expert. Beautiful. And an industrial expert as well. Well, guys, let's hope that this plays out well. I'm going to try to cut through over here. Maybe we'll go a little bit lower into the country. And sorry once again for hitting the plus button. That's never bothered me, but that's kind of interesting. You learn something new every day, I suppose. Alright, we are managing to push over here, finally. And it looks like, yes, we managed to push in this northern part of the country. We're getting closer and closer to Bucharest. But, of course, it's going to be a nasty fight the whole way. But finally, our men are putting their lives on the line for sure. With the assistance of some SS divisions in that attack, actually. By the way, guys, let me know if you prefer these wars to be played slowly or quickly. I really don't know what you guys prefer, unless you tell me. I really like to go quickly through certain wars when I have a strong ally like Germany, and go slowly through others, if that makes sense. So, we no longer are getting the effects from the Reign of Terror, and that means that our people could potentially revolt here if they're not liking fascism too much. But I'm hoping that that's not going to happen. Anyway, we're going to have to end this part of the war. The next part of the war with Romania will be, of course, coming up in the next episode. I hope you guys will watch it. And thank you so much for watching this one, guys. It looks like things are going great. Our German allies are helping us take land. The question is, how much of this land are we going to be able to keep afterwards? That's what I really want to know. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care and have an awesome, awesome day. First, let's set a national focus, actually. Ideological fanaticism, yes. And we'll also try to add another political advisor here. I want to make sure to end any foreign subversive activities. And there we go. We'll also go ahead and quickly increase our infantry, or improve our infantry battalions. We'll edit our Parachki Divizia, and I think we can add an armored battalion. Yes, we can. Very cool. So there we go. We'll save that, and that will certainly help us as well. Got some tanks on the battlefield now. Glorious, glorious Yugoslavian tanks. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Have a great day.